homeless living here in my car because I can't afford $1,800 for rent. That is the average price for a one-bedroom apartment in America today is $1,800. So I live here in my car full-time, and I actually just left California because I couldn't find opportunities. Gas was going up and things were just getting harder and harder there. So I live here in my car.
What's going on, guys? It's your boy Andy Matrix. Today we're going to cover Americans choosing to be homeless because of the cost of living. Things are getting so bad that Americans are like, you know what? I don't care anymore. I do not care anymore. Just gonna be homeless. I'm gonna survive that way, and I'm gonna do what I can because I don't want to pay $2,000, $3,000 in rent. And people are finding different ways of being homeless while thriving. And I wish that we could all afford an apartment, but this is not the world that we live in. So let's go ahead and take a look at how people are actually surviving and thriving while being homeless, right? Homeless by choice. So let's go ahead and take a look. Let's check out our first video. This person is living in a tent.
My family and I went to Maui recently over the last couple of years, and it was insane to see how many people lived there homeless, and people who wanted to live there homeless at that. It was just nuts that they would buy camper vans, or they would just put tents on the sides of like cliffs and crazy places and then just live. And it was completely normal and natural to them.
Yeah, I think Maui. I think that's part of Hawaii. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's part of Hawaii, and I think England also legalized homelessness. No, well, legalized living in a tent, but it has to. I think it has to be away from the city. I'm not 100% sure of that law because it is England. It's a different country, but I heard. I had to look deeper into this, but I heard that it's legal to live in a tent, unlike here in America where they're like trying to make homelessness illegal, which is freaking, it's absolutely absurd. Anyways.
So although I'm homeless by choice, I feel completely safe where I live. In order to get into my residence,
It's a storage unit.
Have to have a code, and in order to get on any floor other than the first floor in the elevator, you also have to have a code. So I don't have to worry about anyone running up on me while I'm sleeping. Now, this is my routine at night before I go do Uber. Because the business hours are from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. and everything locks down, including the elevator, I have to set myself up to where I can get back into the unit once I'm done working. So that's what you see me doing here. I go up to my unit, I put my things away, I come back down, I set up the door to where it does not lock, and also to where no one can notice that it's open. There are other people here. I don't want to jeopardize them. I'll prop the gate open so that I can walk through, and I park my car outside.
Okay, wow. So, yeah, this person is actually living in a storage unit. I believe I've covered, I don't know if I covered that story here, but there's people living in their storage unit, and some of them are getting kicked out. So be careful with that if you choose to do that.
Homeless truck driver is actually really smart.
Hold on. This is a homeless truck driver.
Being a homeless truck driver is actually really smart. Bonus points if you don't have a car. Now, obviously, this can only work if you don't have children that you live with or a wife that you want to be away from. If you go over the road and you don't have a house or a car and all of these other crazy bills, you could run up a silly bag. I'm talking about a silly bag. All you have to do is get you a storage unit, put your stuff in it, and go on that road and make you a bag. Now, if you're fresh out of CDL school, you're not going to be making that much money, okay? You're not going to be making that much money. But the plus side to all of this, no matter who you are, is that you don't have the bills. You don't have $1,500 or $1,800 in rent. You don't have $500 in a car payment. You don't have to pay electric, gas, all these other things. All you have to do is pay for a storage unit. What is it? Maybe $100, $150 a month? You go out there and you're going to make you some money. You're going to be able to stack up, save. So if you want to come back and get a house, a car, whatever it is you want to do, you're going to have the money to be able to do so because you've been on the road running up a bag. Like I said, this is circumstantial. It's not going to work for everybody, but I'm telling you now, if you got that CDL and you don't really got nothing to leave behind, let that lease in and go run you.
Yeah, she's absolutely right. A lot of truck drivers, actually, they live on the road. I think that the company that they work for pays for the gas, the hotel. And so if you're living that way, you could just get a storage unit, put your things in there, and truck drivers get paid a lot of money. I'm talking about you can make $8,000 a month. And if you don't have an apartment, you're not paying rent, bro. Woof. Woo! That's a lot of money you're saving. Thousands upon thousands of dollars per month.
Here is a day in
So we have another person living in a tent. Let's check it out.
Here is a day in the life of working a 9 to 5 in corporate America, living off grid in a tent. We take the dogs out to play for a walk. My husband makes me coffee in the morning. Then he sets up the Wi-Fi. Had a couple early morning meetings, so I hopped on right away after coffee. Then my husband made me breakfast. My husband then caught the sun and set out the solar panels for our power for the day. I washed my face and brushed my teeth and just started to get ready for the day. Little transition, woo, went the wrong fucking way, oh well. Whatever, I changed. Then I brought my husband's water to him. I went to go find him. And he was in this rush, don't know why, getting some six or something. I did my stretching before I did my workout. I worked out a little bit on my stepper. I swear by this thing, it's all I do to work out, and then abs and going for walks. I used to be a D1 athlete, fuck that shit. I had a snack, apple and granola bars, and then I made myself a PB&J. And then I had more work meetings, and I did some admin, and then I basically just tanned and read all day, and it was awesome. And then my husband made dinner for me, so I ate that, and then I did the dishes for us after dinner. Then I took a shower, did my face washing, put all my lotion on for the night. I've been getting all biodegradable, reusable products, and it's been so fun. I love it. I did my hair, and then we kind of just packed up for the night, unplugged, had a fire, and then...
Oh my God, that looks like so much fun. That looks like so much fun. So basically this lady, she lives with her husband in a tent in the woods, and she has a full-time job. So they're paying no rent whatsoever. So they just stay there, they live there. I wonder where this is this America? Is that in America? It has to be America. But if you can live in a tent in the woods and nobody knows where you are, and then you just go, I don't know, maybe they park their car somewhere, they go to the car, drive to work, come back. Bro, they can save a shit ton of money. And if you have a remote job, even better, man, even better. And then you can get the Starlink, right? Get the Starlink satellite, just get internet connection that way. It's a wrap. I'm telling you, people are finding ways to save money in America. Americans are creative. Americans are very creative, man. When it comes to surviving, I tell you, it's something I love about the American spirit, I tell you. Anyways, let's see, what's this up with this girl?
The answer is yes. I do live in a tent full time. I've lived in a tent for like over a year now. Me and my family have. But we're on our journey of building tiny homes. So hopefully by winter I will be out of a tent.
Okay, so she lives in a tent for over a year with family. And I'm guessing she has a day job. And even if you're making minimum wage like $15 an hour, the money that you're saving, even if you're on minimum wage, it's still a lot of money. You could like save like 80% of your check, 70% of your check. Within a year, you have tens of thousands of dollars saved up. And you can build yourself a tiny house, like she said. All right, this guy is living in the woods. He's homeless in the woods.
Built this fort in the woods. Life is hard, but death is harder. So we're gonna keep trying to survive. Got a nice comfy bed. Nice, really comfy bed. Nice. We got a nice fireplace with a chimney so smoke doesn't come out. Yeah. Gotta keep God first. Always. Keep God first. Never forget that.
Gotta keep God with you, bro.
God is the reason that we're here today. And we gotta have our essentials. We gotta have our essentials. We got water. We got water. Let me show you what we get. got food. We gotta keep the food hot. Got a lot of stuff wrapped up, y'all, but got some. But yeah, took me about 9 days to build, and yeah.
Surviving in the woods, and I know this guy. He lived in the woods because he lost everything. I think he lost his apartment. He lost his job, his apartment. Then he stayed with his girlfriend, and then he just says, "Screw it! I'm just gonna go and live in the woods because I don't want to get an apartment and pay money out the ass." I can't blame people. You can't blame people. Look, boomers complain about millennials and Gen Z still living at home. But it's like, what choice do we have? There's nothing affordable. I don't blame people. I sympathize with them. All right, this guy's living in his car.
Homeless living here in my car because I can't afford $1,800 for rent. That is the average price for a one-bedroom apartment in America today is $1,800. So I live here in my car full-time, and I actually just left California because I couldn't find opportunities. Gas,
of course,
was
it's in
going up, and
California.
things were just getting harder and harder there. So I live here in my car, and while I left California, I am still getting tons of comments about my cooler here. Over the past week, I have gotten over 100, believe it or not, over 100 comments about this cooler. People saying that I don't deserve it, you're homeless, you shouldn't have a cooler like that. Those coolers cost $500, even some people saying $700, which is simply not true. This was a gift for my 30th birthday last year. I did not buy this cooler. I did not pay for it out of my own pocket.
Actually, you can get a cooler like that for like $200-300 on Amazon. That's a fact. It's a USB cooler. You just plug it and it cools your food. So, I mean, it's smart. Smart. Smart move. Live in your car, keep your food cool, and yeah, man, it's rough out there. It's rough out there, and we've lost millions and millions of jobs. If you count the job loss from 2024 and 2025, you count them all together, we are like at about 3 million jobs lost, and there's more cuts coming. There's more retail stores are going to be closed. There's going to be more jobs, just more job cuts, more losses. And when there's not enough jobs for people, what are we going to do? We're going to continue paying $2,000 for rent? People are going to look for ways to survive. There's going to be like, the person-to-person economy. People are going to go live in the woods, in a tent, in their cars. They're going to dig into their savings to buy an RV, whatever they got to do. Some people are going to leave the country, right? A lot of people are looking to leave the country. And that's a very popular option because, if you got the money, why stay in America? And if you leave America, a lot of people have reported, having better mental health, less anxiety, just a lot of things. A lot of things improve when you get out of the matrix. So I'm going to leave it there. And whatever your thoughts, guys, make sure to comment below, like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. Everybody's your boy, Andy Matrix. Godspeed.